There are so many situations where instead of doing things ourselves, we rely on others. Is it because we're lazy or do we just like passing off our work to someone else? Why don't you do it yourself if you can? I've been thinking about this a lot. We get told what to do by our parents, family, siblings, friends, community, and everyone else from a young age. We all probably give orders too. I know I do sometimes, but I wondered why, even when we can do something ourselves, we still ask others to do it. Sure, it's helpful to have others to do things for us. It reduces our workload and frees us up to do other stuff. Plus, when you ask someone for a favor, you're essentially making use of their time and effort. But then there was this one time I got called up. Someone told me, why don't you just do it yourself? You have your own hands, you can do it. At first, I was annoyed, but then I realized they were right. I have everything I need to do the task myself. So why was I passing it off to someone else? Sometimes in life, we need to learn to stand on our own. What happens when you're home alone? Who will you ask then? It's a big adjustment because we're so used to having others around to help. It made me think, why don't we just do the things we are capable of doing? There's no reason to complain if we are fully capable of. We need to learn to stand on our own two feet. If you need to buy food, do you need your parents to do it for you? If you need to do laundry, do you really need someone else to do it? If you ate, why ask someone else to wash your dishes? Sure, there are things we can't do, and it's perfectly fine to ask for help when that's the case. But for things we can do, why not just do them? If you don't know how to do something, ask for help to learn it and not for someone to do it for you. Maybe you're just too lazy to do it and you're letting the laziness win. A lot of people are like that. They'll eat and then expect someone else to clean up after them. That's just embarrassing. You should prepare you should prepare yourself for these situations. Being overly dependent on others isn't a good work or isn't a good look. Do what you can, and if you really can't, then ask for help. Try it first on your own. If you can manage, then ask. Don't always pass off your task to others. There are times when we don't trust our own abilities. So we end up asking others to do things for us. I've been there too. And it's something a lot of us experience. Sometimes we need help to learn new things. But if you are always depending on others, how will you ever learn? When you are constantly leaning on someone else or being depending on someone else, you are not really giving yourself a chance to try and fall. I mean, try and fail. It's normal to be afraid of making mistakes, but that's how we learn and grow. If you never step out of your comfort zone and try things for yourself, you never find out what you are capable of. Here's the thing, you have to learn to think for yourself, to act on your own, and to have confidence that you can handle things. At first, it might be tough, but the more you practice doing things by yourself, the better you get at it. You don't always need someone else to do things for you. Take this example. If you are scared, if you are scared to try something because you are afraid of messing up, you are holding yourself back. Yes, it's okay to ask for help when you need it, but you need you also need to make an effort to figure things out on your own. In life, there are situations where you do need others people's help, like at work or in a business setting. But I'm talking about those everyday things where you can push yourself to do it. If you can, yeah. Start by tackling small things on your own. It might be challenging at first, but that's a part of the process. The more you practice, the more you trust yourself and your abilities. And when you get used to handling things by yourself, you'll be better prepared for whatever life throws at you. So, next time you think about asking someone to do something you could do yourself, remember this: give yourself a chance to try, learn from your mistakes, and grow from your experience, perhaps. This way, you build up your confidence and become more self reliant. In short, being self reliant isn't just about doing everything alone, it's about learning to trust yourself and figuring out how to handle things on your own while still knowing which s- while when still knowing when it's okay to ask for help. Some people order or send an errand to others out of self-interest, and that's how the worlds work. It's all about, self-interest of others because they benefit from it. We need to learn to stand on our own because we won't always have someone there to help us. There will be times when you're all alone and you need to be able to handle it. If you haven't learned to stand on your own, you'll struggle and feel lost in situation you thought you could handle simply because you used to have help. So push yourself to do things you are capable of. Don't rely on others because you never know. People might resent you for it. It's better to be independent when you are alone. You won't need to beg others to help you just to get by. Try doing things yourself when you feel the urge to ask for help. You might find that you can overcome your fear of doing it on your own.